Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandegam Sri Guru Shiyuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha. Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunadambitam Tam Sajeevam Sadvaidam Sabadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namo Sute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaeva Chapatitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Isvaraha Paramaha Krishnaha Satchidananda Vigraha Anadi Radir Govindaha Sarvakarana Karanam. Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the most confidential knowledge. This is Raja Guhyam. So Krishna is teaching here all the knowledge about ourselves. Samasen means incomplete. So Krishna is saying that Jnanam Tegam Sa Vijnanam Idam Vakshyami Asesataka. Asesataka means it's complete. So Krishna is teaching us everything completely, all the knowledge what we need. But the problem is, if we don't have faith on this Bhagavad Gita, then we can't understand this knowledge. That is the problem. So that's why, even if we tell everyone, or those who have some amount of scientific knowledge about our body, if we tell them also that Krishna is already teaching us very clearly, Deginoshmin yatha dege kaumaram yavvanam jara tatha degantara prapti dhirastatra namukhyati. Krishna is already teaching us very clearly. So kaumaram yavvanam jara, from the boyhood to youth, and from youth to old age, from boyhood to youthhood and youthhood to old age, we are changing the body. So this is science, complete science. But when you ask them, okay, this is the science, so but there is something which is not changing. You are still thinking at the time of birth whatever body we had, and at the time of birth whatever body we have, we know that it is different completely. Scientifically we know that, but we are still thinking that it is the same person inside this body. So Krishna is scientifically teaching that we are changing the body. Yatha deghe kaumaram yavvanam jara. Similarly, at the time of death, we will get into another body. Very nicely, scientifically, Krishna is teaching us. But these people also, when you tell them, they understand, they accept. Yes, everything is changing. So molecular level, if we get into molecular or even atomic level, so they are not the same. We don't have any of the same, so we don't have any of the same atom what we had at the time of birth in our body. We don't have the same atom. In atomic level, if you go, it is not there. Every day our body is changing. That's why we are putting on weight, we are losing weight, all such things are happening. So when we eat more, then our weight, we are putting on more weight, and then if we diet a lot and do a lot of exercise and all such things, then the weight is coming down, we are losing weight, gaining weight, all such things are happening. So that itself shows that our body is changing. If when we see someone of some long time, if that person has put a lot of weight, then we will think that, oh, you got so much of weight, something like that we will tell him. Or if that person has become very thin, then you will say that, oh, what happened to you? What happened to your health? You are so thin, like that we will ask. So that way we are constantly changing our body. But there is something, that person who is inside that body is not at all changing. So when we ask that, to accept that, then they won't believe it. They don't accept it. If we simply say that, okay, you accept that this body is always changing, but something in the body is not at all changing, so that is the soul, you accept it, they are not ready to accept it. So that's why this Bhagavad Gita is the most confidential knowledge. Only those who believe it's science. When you accept all other things as science, when you understand very clearly, and if this particular very, very important science about ourself, you are not ready to accept it, so that means you are a fool. That's it. Nothing else. So that's why Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita that. So, Ascharyavat pasyati kaschitenam, Ascharyavat vadati tataiva chanyaga, Ascharyavat chainam anyas shunoti, Srutvapyena veda na chaiva kaschit. Srutvapyenam veda na chaiva kaschit. So some describe look at the soul as amazing. Ascharyavat pasyati kaschitenam. Some describe the soul as amazing. Ascharyavat vadati tataiva chanyam. Some hear about the soul as amazing. Ascharyavat anyas shunoti. Srutvapyena veda na chaiva kaschit. Others, even after hearing about the soul, they don't understand. So that is the soul. We are not the body. We are the soul. Dehi nityam avadyoyam dege sarvasya bharata. So this dehi, that means the soul, the one who has got deha. That's what is called dehi. Dehi means the soul. Nityam, it is eternal, always there. Avadyoyam, it cannot be destroyed. And dege sarvasya bharata, it is there in this entire body. Dehi, dehe. Dehe is the body. Deha, dehe is the body. Dehi is the one which has got a deha. So that is the soul which has got the body. So the soul is eternal and it cannot be destroyed. And it is there in the entire body. Dehi nityam avadyoyam dehe sarvasya bharata. Tasmat sarvani bhutani natvam sochitam argasi. So therefore, for all living entities, you need not worry, you need not lament. Natvam sochitam argasi. There is no need for you to lament about any living entities, because that living entity itself is not destroyed. The soul can never be destroyed. The soul is always there. So there is no need to worry. Only that body is getting destroyed. This body is temporary. It will get destroyed, this body. Every one of us are going to be destroyed. All of our body, every one of us means all of our bodies are going to be destroyed. So hanyate, it will be killed, it will be destroyed, but not the soul. Veda vinashinam nityam yayenam ajam avyayam katam sa purushaga partha kam gatayati hantik. The soul, one who understands that it is indestructible, imperishable, then how can he think that it can be destroyed? Yayenam veti khantaram yaschainam manyate khatam ubauthav na vijanito nayam khanti na khanyate. So yayenam veti hantaram yaschainam manyate khatam. So hantaram means the killer. Khatam means it can be killed. Anyone who thinks, anyone who knows that Yenam veti hantaram yaschainam manyate hatam, anyone who thinks that the soul can be the killer or the soul can be killed, both of them are not in knowledge. Ubautau na vijanito. Ubautau na vijanito means both of them, they don't know anything. That's what Krishna is teaching us. Because it is Ayanam Veti Hantaram Eschainam Manyate Gadam Ubauto Na Vijanito Nayam Hanti Nahanyat. Because the soul cannot be a killer and it cannot kill, it cannot be killed. So Nayam Hanti, the soul never kills and it cannot be killed. Nayam Hanti Nahanyati. So that's what we need to understand. So that is ourself, the soul. We are not the body, we are the soul. Avinasitu tadviddi yena sarvam idam tadam vinasam abhyayasyasa nakaschit kartum argasi. So you know that, tadviddi. Tadviddi means you know that. That's what tadviddi, know that. Avinashi, you know that is indestructible. Avinasitu tadviddi means you know that it is indestructible, which is Avinasitu tadviddi yena sarvam idam tatam. So yena sarvam idam tatam means which is there inside this entire body. Vinasam abhyayasyasya nakaschit kartum argasi. The one which is indestructible cannot be destroyed by anyone at any point of time. That is ourself. That is the soul. So we are the soul. We are not the body. So this knowledge Krishna is teaching us scientifically in Bhagavad Gita. Anyone who says that I am a scientist, I know science, I do all kinds of problems, I can solve this and that, they have to accept that we are the soul. If they are not able to see that, that means it's really, what to say, it's very unfortunate, very, very unfortunate that we are able to, when there is something, a metal is there, and if there is a voltage difference, then there is a current flow. We are able to accept that there is a current flow. There is electricity going. We know that. So similarly, this body, all the molecules, everything is there, molecules, everything is there. All the molecules, biomolecules, everything, they are all in this body, so many organs, everything is there. But it's all there because the soul is there. So we need to understand the soul. We are that soul. We are not the body, we are the soul, because the soul is there. When the soul leaves the body, or when the body stops working, that means the soul cannot stay in the body anymore. Then it will not have any consciousness. It will not have any feeling. So we are feeling right now because we are there. I am there in my body. You are there in your body. Everybody is in their bodies. So we are inside this body. So we are feeling. Sarvagatam saukshmat akasham nopalipyate sarvatra avasthita dege tatatma nopalipyate. So this sky which is pervading everywhere, it doesn't mix with anything. Sarvagatam saukshmat akasha. This akasha, the sky which pervades everywhere, it doesn't mix with anything. Similarly, there is sarvagatam saukshmat akasham nopalipite sarvatra avasthita dege tatatma nopalipite. So sarvatra avasthita dege, so which is there inside this entire body, doesn't mix with this body. Tatatma nopalipite. Atma doesn't get mixed with the body. So that's why tatatma nopalipite. This knowledge we are getting from Bhagavad Gita, that we are the soul, we are not the body. So I always say that the sole purpose of studying Bhagavad Gita is to realize and understand and realize that we are the soul. So that is the soul. The sole purpose is to find out we are the soul. If we realize, if we understand we are the soul, we are not the body, so then we also need to realize and understand that we are struggling, we are suffering in this material world. Under the control of the material moods of nature, we are suffering. That we need to. Because our mind is not under our control, because we are not able to focus our mind on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, because our mind is getting agitated, as Arjuna told Krishna that the There is chanchalam ki mana Krishna pramadi balavadridam tasyagam nigraham anye vayoriva suduskaram. Because mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate and very strong, and we have such a mind, and that's why we are suffering and struggling in this material world, because our mind is our enemy. Our enemy is always with us. It's very dangerous. If we keep our enemy all the time with us, it's very dangerous. But can we escape? Can we separate ourselves? Can we free ourselves from this enemy? Can we go out of this problem? Can we solve this problem by freeing ourselves, our mind? It is not possible. It is always with us. We have to make our mind as our friend. Instead of enemy, we need to make it as our friend. That is the only solution. The only solution to solve all our problems is to make our mind as our best friend. Bandhuratma atmanastasya yanatmaiva atmanajita. This mind is our best friend. Bandhur. Bandhu means friend. Bandhuratma atmanastasya. When we control our mind. Jitatmanaga. When we conquer our mind, it is our friend. Anatmanastu means if we don't control the mind, then satrutve vartet atmaiva satru. So it is our enemy. Our mind is our enemy. If we control our mind is our best friend. But if we don't control our mind is our worst enemy. So we should not keep our mind as our worst enemy. The only solution for all our problems is to make our mind as our best friend. That is possible only when we become friend to Krishna. That means when we are able to focus our mind on Krishna only, it will become our friend. Otherwise, it will not. If we are not able to fix our mind on Krishna, it will remain as our enemy only. As long as our mind is controlled, conquered by focusing it on Krishna, it is our friend. So then, jitatmanaga prashantasya paramatma samahitaga. So that means we can get peace of mind, we can achieve Paramatma, we can realize the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna everywhere, and we can connect ourselves with Krishna and go to Krishna. If our mind is our best friend, then we can connect with ourselves with Krishna, and then we can just leave this world when we die. So we can actually at that time go to Krishna only. So that means we should be able to control the urge to enjoy the material sense objects. So that's what is possible. So that is, we should be able to control. That's what, which is kamodbhava. So kama and krodha. Kama krodhodbhavam bekam. Sayuktaga sasuki nara. Saknoti gaiva yasotum praksarire vimokshanat. Kama krodhodbhavam begam sayuktaga sasuki naraka. So we should be able to do that. Saknoti heva yasodum. So we should be able to tolerate the urge, the veham. So which is because of kama and krodha. So until we leave this body, praksarira vimokshana. So until we leave this body, if we are able to control, then we will be able to live happily. Sayuktaga sasuki naraka. Only that person is able to achieve happiness. So that is the real happiness. The real happiness is that we should give up all our desires. Prajahati adakaman sarvan partha manogatan atmani evatmanu tustaga sitaprajnaka tadochide. So we should be able to give up all varieties of desires for sense gratification, which are arising due to mental concoctions. So how this is all going to be possible? Only by focusing our mind on Krishna. That means by serving Krishna. If we start serving Krishna, if we focus our mind on Krishna, if we do everything for Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, so then by Krishna's mercy, we will be able to transcend from this material world, transcend the modes of material nature. Only by Krishna's mercy. That mercy is flowing to us now constantly, unlimitedly. Krishna is showering his causeless mercy upon us. That's why we are able to get this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. This knowledge is going to definitely going to help us, save us from this material world. It's showing us very clear directions to Krishna. Otherwise, we will be falling into hell. There is Trividam Naraka Shedam Dwaram Nashanam Atmanaga Kama Krodhas Tata Lobhas Tasmat Etat Trayam. So there are 3 gateways to hell. So without this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we will be going to that hell only. So without following this Bhagavad Gita, without having this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, without serving Krishna, so that means we are on the way to hell. That's not good for us. It's full of suffering. Already we are suffering only in this material world. Now go to hell and suffer even more. When we say normally, sometimes they go to hell. So like that. There is no need to even say go to hell. We are going to hell. If we are not following this Bhagavad Gita, so to that person, you don't even have to say that go to hell. We are going to hell only if we don't follow this Bhagavad Gita. So only if we follow this Bhagavad Gita, we are not only going to heaven, we are going to Goloka. We're going to enjoy there with Krishna forever if we follow this Bhagavad Gita, this complete Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, in the first chapter, we finished 24 verses. So we know that Dhritarashtra inquired Sanjaya what's happening in the battlefield, and Sanjaya was narrating, and Sanjaya told that Duryodhana went to his teacher, and we already understood what Duryodhana spoke to his teacher Dronacharya. And afterwards, everyone, they blew their conch shells, and Krishna, Keshava, that is Madhava, Pandava, so they also blew their conch shells, and then Bhima, then Kuntiputra, Yudhishthira, Nakula, Sahadeva, everyone. So afterwards, Arjuna, after seeing this, he was asking Krishna to take his chariot between both the armies. Atam vyavasthitan drishva dhartarashyan kapitva jaga pravritte sastra sampate dhanurudyamya pandava. Rishikesham tadavakyam vidamaga mahipate. So he spoke to Rishikesha. He asked Krishna to take the chariot between both the armies. Senayor Bhayor Madhye Arjuna Vacha. Senayor Bhayor Madhye Ratham Sapayame Achuda Yavadeta Nirikshe Yagam Yudhukama Navasthitan Kairmaya Sahayodavyam Asmin Ranasamudyam. Please take my chariot between both the armies. I want to see who are all assembled here to fight, and I want to see with whom I must contend in this great trial of arms. That's what Arjuna asked, and he also told Krishna that I also want to see who are all assembled here to please the evil-minded sons of Dhritarashtra. Yotsyamanan avekshayagam yodukaman avasthitan. So Yotsyamanan avekshayam etetra samagata. Dhritarashtrasya durbuddher yuddhe priya chikirshava. I want to see them. So that's what we studied. So what we studied here up to date. So in the sloka number 23, up to 24 we studied. In the sloka number 23, Arjuna told Krishna that Yotsyamanan avekshegam yayetetra samagata Dhritarashtrasya durbuddher yuddhe priya chikirshavaga. So I want to see who are all assembled here to please the evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra. Let me see those who have come here to fight, wishing to please the evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra. So then I also understood that Krishna obeyed Arjuna's order. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, he did what Arjuna asked him to do. So Sanjaya Vacha, Eva Mukto Rishikesho Gudakeshena Bharata Senayor Bhayor Madhye Stapayitva Rathotam. So when Gudakesham, having ordered thus by Gudakesham, of course, Arjuna is asking Krishna to go. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead is doing like a servant. We can only do that to Krishna, because when we are his devotees, he is ready to serve us. He is at our doorsteps to serve us. That's it. We can tell Krishna, Krishna, do this for me. Krishna, do that for me. But we don't even have to tell Krishna. Krishna knows what we need and he will do it. Only thing we have to just believe in him. That's it. So here, Eva Mukto Rishikesha Gudakeshana Bharata Senayor Ubyor Madhye Stapayitva Rathotamam. So the finest chariot, he took it to the middle of the armies. So Sanjaya said, O descendant of Bharata, having thus been addressed by Arjuna, Lord Krishna drew up the fine chariot in the midst of the armies of both parties. So now in the next sloka, this is the only sloka in the first chapter, Krishna is speaking just only these two lines. That's it. Partha Pasyaitan Samavetan Kuruniti. That's it. Otherwise, Krishna is not talking anything in the first chapter at all. So here, what is happening? What is Sanjaya saying to Dhritarashtra? That Bhishmadrona Pramukhataga Sarvesham cha Mahikshitam Uvacha Partha Pasyaitan Samavetan Kuruniti. So Bhishma, Drona, Pramukhataga. So Bhishma and Drona in front of other chieftains, and Sarvesham cha Mahikshitam. So Mahikshitam, so other chiefs, Mahikshitam, Sarvesham, all chieftains. So in front of all of them in the middle of the battlefield, Vacha. So who Vacha? Rishikesha. So that's what. Here Rishikesha is not mentioned here. In the previous sloka, Rishikesha was coming. That's what. Here simply Vacha is there. So Eva Muktva, Sanjaya Vacha, Eva Mukto Rishikesho. So Rishikesho took the chariot between both the armies, and then Rishikesha Vacha. So this is the only sloka you find the word Vacha in the middle of this sloka. Otherwise, every time you find in the beginning of this sloka, like Sanjaya Vacha, Dhritarashtra Vacha, the very first verse, and then Sanjaya Vacha, and then Arjuna Vacha, then Sri Bhagavan Vacha. So this Vacha comes always in the beginning of the sloka. But only in this sloka, the word Uvacha is coming in the middle. So Krishna, Rishikesha Uvacha. So that Rishikesha is coming in the previous sloka. So that's what Rishikesha, after taking the chariot between both the armies, he said that Partha Pasyaitan Samavetan Kuruniti. Oh Partha, you look at here, Pasyaitan, just behold all the Kauravas assembled here. Samavetan. So Samavetan is the word. Even in the very first sloka also Dhritarashtra used. So Dhritarashtra Vacha, Dharmakshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveda Yutsavaga. Samaveda. So same thing. Krishna is using the word Samaveta. Samavetan Kuruniti. So you see that all the people, all the Kauravas assembled here. So that's what Krishna told Arjuna. So in the presence of Bhishma, Drona, and all other chieftains of the world, the Lord said, just behold Partha, all the crews assembled here. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 25 verses in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. So that is the only way for us to control our mind, by connecting our mind with Krishna. This material world is, Maya is very, very strong, very powerful. Devigi esa gunamayi mama maya duratti. So we have to also become very, very strong in our devotion so that we can actually be freed from Maya. So that is possible by chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focusing our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Umajnanativiradasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurumilitamena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gauravakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Timir Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna to all the devotees. I kindly request the devotees to use the Zoom raise hand feature to ask your questions to Guruji. Hare Krishna devotees, please use the Zoom raise hand feature if you wish to talk to Guruji.
Okay, Prabhu.
Okay, Guruji, there are no questions. Thank you, Guruji, for today's class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Ganesh Rupa Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hema Mataji. Hema Parmeshwari.
Hare Krishna.
No question, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you for
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Thank you for a wonderful class, Guruji. Hare Krishna. No questions
Krishna.
today.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Suresh Prabhu, Suresh Tabi Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
As usual, the class was very nice. Like you said that the mind is evil if it is not controlled properly, and the mind is your friend if you are like he's your best friend if you are controlling the mind.
Yes.
So, like what I see, like this entire Bhagavad Gita is like teaching us also the way of life, how to behave.
Exactly. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
So that like when you are with the Krishna, then like you are always thinking good. It makes you like think good. So naturally, like your behavior and everything like remains good with everybody, cordial. So there will be a more progress towards the human life rather than like the having any disruption or anything where like the destruction and things like that. So this is how actually I am looking at it so far, what I have learned from in this class.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
It was very nice thing to understand, and then like the whole thing ultimately comes like, okay, you live here also peacefully. It is a very good teaching, Guruji. Very good teaching.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Indu Mataji, Hare Krishna, Indu. Vishnuvardhana Rao Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. No questions, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Guruji, I am out of session for 15 years, Guruji.
Okay.
Namaste,
Prabhu.
Guruji.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Mithun Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. How are you?
By Krishna's causeless mercy, I'm fine.
Yeah, thank you, Guruji, for the wonderful class. Blessed to be in this class. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Chitrita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. What to say? These classes are so complete, and I also agree with Suresh Prabhu when he said that the mind is your biggest enemy. But I
Yes.
have learned after these classes to so never bring down to that level that no, this mind of mine.
Yes, Mataji. Your voice was breaking, Mataji. Did you ask any question or you were saying something, Mataji? Hare Krishna. You got disconnected. Hare Krishna. Kamlesh Mataji, Hare Krishna. Ravindra Goyal Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Prabhu, no question. Just said the other person. That's fine. Very good.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I don't have any question, Guruji, for today. It's nicely going on. I'm fantastic. It's a wonderful class. Thanks a lot. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Chitrita Mataji, at that time when you spoke, your voice was.
Broke, yeah, a little. I mean, no, that's one thing. And second thing is that, Guruji, we know that this world is a little it is an unhappy place. But most of the miseries in this world they're all caused by human beings themselves. Is that not right, Guruji? So, kind of, how do we reason?
Because everyone is controlled by the modes of
How do you
nature. Everybody is having so much of ahankara, controlled by the modes of nature, kama, krodha, all those things are there. That's everyone is affected by our eternal enemy, correct? That's what Krishna is saying, that kama, krodha, they are nitya vairinam. So they are our eternal enemy. So that's the reason humans are creating all these problems, because we are affected by our eternal enemy. So controlled by, covered by our enemy. So that's why we need to understand, get this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and escape. Otherwise, it will be like this only.
True. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Asha Singh Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you so much, Guruji, for wonderful teachings.
Yes, Mataji. Krishna
No
is
questions, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Satyendra Singh Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Pranam.
Pranam Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
After a gap of few days, I am back
Yes.
enjoying your class. And in today's class, you have reiterated that we are not body, soul, indestructible, avinashi. And again, you are reiterating and reminding us. That is the nice part of this Gita class. Beautiful learning going on, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Suresh Kumar Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thanks for another wonderful class. So, Prabhu, just a quick question. So, when we are in the Sukshma Sharira, when we go to whichever lok according to our punya, at that time, what is like, it's attached with the Atma, or our Atman is divide of this?
There is no understanding on that in the Shastra yet. Maybe, yeah, we have to only, all these things answers we'll get only when we go to Krishna. The only thing we know for sure that our mind only will help us to go to Krishna. Without that, we cannot even go to Krishna. But what happens in the Bhagavad Gita, there is nothing discussed about that.
But
we know
it's Sukshma Sharira. That
Sukshma
goes
Sharira. Sukshma Sharira. We know that Krishna is saying that it is my Bhinna Prakriti, so it's separated nature. So it is beyond the matter. It is definitely not matter. So what happens when we go to Goloka, that part we don't know. We have to only guess.
Okay, because nowadays when we are in temple and we are discussing more,
yes,
people are asking a lot of questions when
That's
I'm
very
going
good.
there.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yes. Some such questions only when we go to Krishna we'll get the answer. Yes. But definitely controlled mind is our best friend. It's going to help us to take to Krishna. There is no doubt about it.
Thank you,
Mind,
Guruji.
intelligence, all those things. It's a part of our, that's what, it's a Sukshma Shariras, we already understood, Ahankara, all those things. Yes. But we know that we can lose that also. Like Ahankara, we should lose completely Ahankara. So that's a part of the Sukshma Sharira. And the intelligence also, we will lose or gain if we have Nasti Buddhi. When Krishna is saying that Nasti Buddhi means we are losing intelligence. And Buddhi Pariyavatistade means our intelligence is getting established, very much established. So all those things, this Sukshma Sharira, which can go and come kind of thing in this material, correct? So similarly, mind also is a part of the Sukshma Sharira, Bhinna Prakriti. And Krishna also says that Maharshega Sapta Purve Chatvaro Manavastata Madbhava Manasa Jata Esam Loka Imaga Praja. So they all, these 7 Maharishis and the 4 Kumaras and Manu, everyone, they produce from my mind. That's what Krishna is saying, that Madbhava Manasa Jata. So Manasa from my mind. So that's how Prabhupada also has translated. So we have, we don't really know about what exactly happens to mind when we go to Krishna. But we need to know that that is only our tool to go to Krishna right now. With mind only we can go to Krishna. Mind helping us, mind being our friend. With the controlled mind, then we can go to Krishna. Jitatmanaga prasantasya paramatma samahita. That's what Krishna is saying. So,
Thank you, Guruji.
asamvetat mana yoga dusprapa iti memory. Without controlling the mind, we cannot achieve the yoga. So that is very much true. So we need to control it. Yes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Pranam.
Pranam Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Shiva Singh Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam, Miss Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for enlightening with your words of wisdom. I learned a lot from this class, and especially that this mind is the cause of our bondage in this material world. So once I had heard that if you know we are trying, if we are trying to come out of this material disease, then because of our own endeavors we are not able to do so. Though sometimes we get frustrated in material life and we want to be free from this material activity, but sometimes we go to a guru and under his guidance also we try, but still this material and this thing world is so attractive that still again and again we are entrapped. But when Krishna sees that we are helpless and we are trying but still we are not able to come out of this material attachment and all, then Krishna takes our wealth and the possessions and makes us just daridra, or we can say poor, so that we get more frustrated and we surrender to him finally. So this thing also, please throw some light on this thing, Prabhuji.
Krishna is going to give us what we need. He will not make us poor at all. But Krishna gives the knowledge to us to realize and understand that this is a material world, it is full of suffering. So we need to get the knowledge to realize. That is what is very important. The knowledge, we are struggling and suffering. This is a temporary life. This is a material world. This is a miserable life. All such things. That knowledge is what we need. Once the knowledge is, Krishna is giving us this knowledge, he's going to take care of us very well only. But with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we will not get ourselves attached to material sense objects, because we will get ourselves attached to Krishna. When we are attached to Krishna, then we don't have to get ourselves attached to material sense objects at all. So that's why that attachment to Krishna only has to come with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So then we will actually experience the higher taste. We will give up the lower taste. So that way, Krishna is not going to make us to struggle and suffer and all. Krishna is telling that this material world itself is full of miseries only. If we are here, we are going to struggle and suffer. That is the fact. That is whoever it is. Whether it is a devotee or non-devotee, anybody in this material world, nobody can be freed from birth, old age, disease and death. So we need to go to Krishna as well, Goloka, to get ourselves freed from this Janma Mrityu Jara Dukkha Vimukto Amritam Ashrute. In order to that, we need to get freed from the three modes of material nature. So that's what is needed. So that way, with the knowledge, knowledge is the key, Mataji, nothing else. That's what is very important. I think you have muted yourself. You understood, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. So it means that we can't say that Krishna will take our wealth and possession. We can only depend upon him, and with the attachment to Krishna, we can be detached from the material things. And secondly, with knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, and then we should have faith in Krishna that he's a protector and well-wisher, and in all circumstances he will protect us. This is okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Gayatri Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Ram Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Yeah, thank you very much, Guruji. It's excellent class, Guruji. Today is a holiday here, Chinese New Year holiday, Guruji. I managed to attend the full class.
Very
Thank you
nice.
very
Very
much.
nice.
Yeah, very good, Guruji. All goes well by the grace of Lord Krishna, Guruji, and your teachings are enlightening me. I'm seeing Krishna everywhere, Guruji. All are good, Guruji. I have to cascade it down and continue the service to the needy, Guruji. I have started that, Guruji. Seek your blessings, Guruji. Hopefully, we shall have a exclusive session, Guruji. I will arrange a session for you to speak to our my devotees over there, Guruji. Here, the devotees who are Krishna devotees, my group over here, mostly Chinese, Guruji. They are all emerging as a Krishna devotee. We seek your lecture, Guruji. We seek your guidance to them.
We will definitely plan. We will schedule. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Gayatri Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Pranams, Guruji, pranams.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Once again, a very nice explanation. All the words are very golden words, I guess.
Yes, Mataji.
It should go deep into our hearts, penetrate our mind, etc.
Yes.
Great, Guruji. Nice listening to your speech in the morning and before going to the bed at night. Thinking of Krishna, thinking of speech, what you said. I guess if we listen to the YouTube once again, we can recollect all the things.
Yes, that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing to again and again listen. It will, I guess, it will still we'll get deep.
That is correct. Yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
As you told, Maya is dragging us back, full of mysteries. If we climb 2 steps, it's dragging us to 5 steps, 6 steps behind.
No,
Maya
if you want to, if you are having the knowledge, then Maya helps us actually. Only thing we should be, when we develop attachment to Krishna, then Maya is not going to drag us. The problem is because of our
what you said
attachment.
is very correct. It's very powerful, I guess. Very powerful.
Yes, very powerful. Krishna is saying that Deviga Esa Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. Maya is divine in nature. My Maya is divine in nature and it's very difficult to overcome.
Yeah. Understood. But slow process, I guess it will be a slow process. And
Sanair Uparame.
listening to your speech and reading it again and again, hearing it again, will come out of it one day. By God's grace, Krishna's grace. Thank you, Guruji.
Krishna's mercy, it will happen, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Guruji, it should happen, Guruji. You should come out of all these things. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Brinda Jai Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Namaste, Guruji.
Mataji, Hare Krishna, Mataji, Namaste.
Hare Krishna, thank you for the class. Very inspiring. I think just hearing you gives us a lot of boost to follow this path more and more honestly. Thank you, Guruji. It is very, very rewarding because that already that expectation is coming in our mind that Krishna will be there for us.
Yes.
Provided we are earnest. So that kind of effort is very much required. And that faith in Krishna and in your words. Yes, Guruji is really motivating us every morning to follow this path. Remember Krishna. Remember that you are a soul. You are not this body. It is like giving us a daily dose of vaccination every morning.
Yes.
So we get a lot of immunity and become strong and follow this path along with you. Thank you, Guruji. My hospital has started now full-fledged on Tuesday mornings.
Okay.
So just brushing. Yes. Thank you, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Deepesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you for the wonderful class, Guruji. I have no questions today. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sastan Pranam. Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Guruji. आपका आशीर्वाद बना रहे. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Kadiravan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Class is going on, wonderful class, Guruji. Very thanks. Hare Krishna Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Nitin Bele Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Dandavat Pranam Guruji.
Dandavat Pranams Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Wonderful class Guruji. Hare Krishna Guruji. No question Guruji. Dandavat Pranam Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Ram, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Ravin Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Guruji, wonderful class, Guruji, wonderful explanation, and it's really great, Guruji. And thanks for your efforts, Guruji. And no questions. And Guruji, today Chitrita Mataji asked a very good, relevant question that most of the sufferings are inflicted by humans only. Yeah, but I just wanted to quote what Prabhupada mentioned that there are three types of distress that human faces, and that is Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, and Adi Daivika, so which is inflicted by oneself and inflicted by others and inflicted by the nature. Is that correct, Guruji?
That's correct. Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika. Yes.
Yeah, so just wanted to quote because that would clarify that. Yeah.
That is correct. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Wonderful. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sunil Shivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Hare Krishna. No question, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Manoranjan Sadhu Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
And really, that is a very good discussion about how to lead happily. We are all are seeking for happiness, but why you are seeking happiness? Because you are unhappy. So that Gita way of life is very nicely presented, and our own nature is the villain. Our own nature itself, unless and until we are affected by Bhautika, Adi Bhautika, or this is Adhyatmika. So we should be unaffected by all these things, all these states of mind. When you are in the Gita class, when we are in the transcendental knowledge, in the morning you are injecting in our mind, instilling in our mind the elevated thoughts, profound thoughts to lead happiness. That is the main purpose. And really, what is that Gita is, we are all unhappy. And why you are unhappy? You are seeking happiness. So happiness, only the Gita will give you everything when you will have non-dualistic approach. The Advaita Vedanta, the Dvaita, when you are, I am different, he is different, we should not see the difference with anybody, distinction with anybody. That we can enjoy the life. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, our culture deep rooted in this, that this is our culture. Really, I am very proud. I am daily changing and transforming. That I feel and realize that was the very important. And now I repent. Why didn't I start earlier? I would have been a different living being. totally high good life. Now I realize at this later stage, why don't you start? We make our young generations, they are all the college students and school boys, and that is very important. Their mind gets disturbed, and now Gita will only the guide for anybody, and particularly students is very important. And government should also make it compulsory, like they teach moral science and other that environmental science, other things. First is first Gita. If the mind gets concentrated and so that they can study very well, I think this is the only way and very important for the teachers. And we should propose a question how Gita should be made compulsory. That is very now need of the hour. I feel now young generations are misled, are in the wrong track because lack of Gita knowledge. So Gita should be very much mandatory for all. I feel now realize this is the essential. Whatever the things in the rest of the world is secondary. And this is the primary you should concentrate. We take it now, what I feel, or you will be a sadhu or sannyasi, or somebody is commenting like that. So they don't understand. It's not like that. It is a way of life, how to lead a very better life and how to equip ourselves with a lifestyle. Really, I am very much grateful that we are regularly injecting in the morning, particularly, and mind get more and more cleansed, and all the sins and all the evil thoughts get out of our mind by you inject from the morning itself the power of the transcendental knowledge. And really, I'm very grateful. I am now so much, I may not have that kind of knowledge, but I am struggling hard. I feel that I am not a good student. I am average, below average, what I feel. Still, then I am struggling. I may not understand. I cannot have that kind of memory power. Still, then I am struggling. Wherever I see any Gita book, I cannot control my things. That was my very, I was having that book earlier in a very superficial way. Now I read, I realize, and really I am grateful, Guruji. I am very much indebted to you. You make me, I was a superficial reader. I am a superfluous man. Now, because of you, I am inner awakening is, I feel something, not 100%, maybe 1%. I am happy because I could not expect. I always take everything is casual, not serious, not honest. Now I realize life is real and we should very much. And I may not have that kind of, I may be a teacher in English, but my English is weak or good, I don't know. The Guru will say, I can manage, I think. I am not a, I feel that I am not a, I was a very village background and I am not exposed to the society till now. Till now, I am not exposed to anything. Still, I am struggling. I may feel they may treat me as outcast or anything. I have no connection. But still then I am struggling to meet people, whether my way of understanding the life or knowledge may be limited, but still then I am struggling. Still it is my, what I say, I don't blame myself, but still then I am struggling. I am making efforts, endeavor, and strive hard to achieve something. Whether I am successful or not, you can tell me better. That I am improving or not, you can say better. But still then, by saying is not enough. But Guruji, because of your blessing, by your grace, I am improving. I am 100% sure. Thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. Satata Naman. Pranam, pranam.
Right. Hare Krishna, you have spoken to all the devotees, and let us listen to Srila Prabhupada. I think Sumati Mataji just. Hare Krishna, Sumati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Guruji, I just joined 5 minutes back.
Yes,
I will listen to your class later on. Being busy with some household stuff. Thank you, Guruji. I don't know what you discussed today, but I will listen to it and I will.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah. We finished next sloka number 25 in the first chapter. You can follow through in the YouTube, Mataji. Then tomorrow we can. Tomorrow also I will go through this sloka.
Okay, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji. Thank
So,
you.
how is Chandrakanta Mataji? Is she fine, Mataji, now?
He is still not fully okay, Guruji. I think Parniyappan Prabhu said he will join in another couple of days. I think she is still not feeling well. Maybe I'll give her a call today and check on her.
Okay, just find out. Yes,
Yeah.
I hope she will get better. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan now. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,